Okay, so today I have received this Zebion. Sorry, this is Zebion G31 motherboard. You can see here its model number. It is given as G31. Okay, so let me power on and check what problem this motherboard has. So this is DDR2 because in G31 only DDR2 RAM is supported. In G41 DDR3 RAM is supported. So I am plugging my G31 RAM. Okay, so let me power on this motherboard. So as you can see, the power LED has glown, means we have power plugged our SMPS. Okay, let me turn on. Okay, I have turned on. So as you can see, first the coding was 00. Now the coding is E0 E0. So if you receive E0 E0 coding, it means we have a problem in RAM section. Similarly, if you have problem in RAM section, you will get codes like D0, C1, C0, like that. If you get D0, then it may be telling that your RAM is faulty. If you get C0, C1, then also you have to check RAM section and RAM, what you can say, is your RAM okay or faulty one. So this E0 is code is telling that there is something problem in RAM section. So let me remove this RAM and I will put my camera upside. Okay, so I have my removed my RAM. Okay, so I am using this multimeter. We will calculate voltages one by one. Let me ground one probe. So I have 20 volt range. Okay, so let me power on this motherboard. Okay, so I have turned on this motherboard. So first step is to see the in the RAM section. First you have to calculate the RAM voltage, which should be 1.8 in DDR2. It's RAM operating voltage. So as you can see, I am getting here 1.8 volt, which is the RAM operating voltage. So after that you have to check in DDR2 RAM, in DDR2 RAM socket RAM, you have to check 3.3 on 120 pin number, which is actually SM clock. I think due to overheating motherboard has been stopped. Okay, this is 120 pin number. Okay, as you can see, on 120 pin number I am getting 3.3, which is actually good. After that, on 119, means 119 pin number, we have a SM data pin. So here also we have to get 3.3. Okay, so our two signals, which are SM clock and SM data, are okay. Also we are getting our RAM voltage. So next signal is SPD VDD voltage, which is very most important. If SPD VDD voltage is missing, then you will get E0 like that coding. So let's see, in DDR2 its pin number is 238, it is 240, 249 and 238. Okay, so let me power this motherboard. Okay, on SPD VDD pin we are not getting any voltages. See, again motherboard turned off. This is SPD VDD pin. Let me touch this pin. Okay, power on. Okay, as you can see, we have received only 0.24 or 20 something voltage, means we are not getting SPD VDD voltage. So let me remove all these connections. Okay, for providing SPD VDD voltage, okay, processor is overheat. Okay, so first thing, we have to find the SPD VDD pin backside of motherboard. Okay, let me keep my multimeter in diode range and press this pin. This is 238 pin number. Okay, okay, I have got this SPD VDD pin, which is actually this one. So we will solder this pin. This is our SPD VDD pin. Again we will okay. Okay, next step is to make a jumper wire. So let me take a jumper wire. Okay, so I am going to solder this wire. Let me take a sharp tip because the points are nearer to each other, so sharp tip is most important. So using some flux, okay, now this is sharp tip, so I am going to solder it over this point, SPD VDD. Okay, make sure that your SPD VDD pin do not touches any other pins. Okay, I am adding here some rubber adhesive, so it do not stick to any other pin, and we don't have any kind of short circuit in RAM section. Okay, we will give some time. Okay, so now we have to make a jumper to 3.3 volt line. So I think I will make jumper from here. I know it's too long wire we have to use, but I think so. This is orange wire, which means 3.3 volt, red means 5 volt, and yellow means, where is yellow? Okay, in this VRM supply, yellow means 12 volt line. So I think this connector, this I should connect this wire to this one. So this is my target point. So as I do like this, it will be available over here. Okay, so I have to solder this wire over here. So let me okay, this is the 3.3 volt line. Okay, I think this wire is not sufficient, so let me take another wire. Okay, so let me solder this wire over here. Okay, again we have to solder these two wires. Okay, so we have jumped a wire from 3.3 volt line from over here to a SPD VDD pin. So let me take a sellotape and okay. Okay, so I have made a jumper. So let's check this board is working fine or not. We have display or not. Okay. Okay. Let me connect my diagnostic card. Also fan. Okay. Everything is set. Let's power on. Okay. Sorry, diagnostic card is not plugged in properly. Okay, I have turned on and its coding is changing, which is good thing. And as you can see here, our coding has changed, and I think we have a display. Okay, watch here. Okay, so let me start once again. So this is power switch I have turned on. See, before it was stopping at E1. Now we don't have any problem, and we have display also. Okay, this is JBeon board. Okay, so we have repaired our board successfully. I will tell case study in short. first when I got this board, we checked this board, we were getting E1 coding on diagnostic card. It means we have something wrong in this RAM section. So we know that in G31 motherboard we have DDR2 RAM, which operating voltage is 1.8 volt. So we have here pair of MOSFET over here. So we checked voltage over this terminal and we got 1.8 volt. Then we checked SM clock on 120 pin number of this RAM socket. It was 3.3. Then we checked SM data on 119 pin number, which was also 3.3. Then we checked for SPD VDD voltage, which was on 238 pin number, which was missing. So I traced it part back towards PCBs backward. So after that I soldered a wire from that and also soldered a wire to this orange wire, which is also 3.3 volt line. So we have made a jumper. Let me show. Okay, so this is the jumper from RAM socket to this, and now our board is working fine. So this was today's repair. Thank you.